backyard. Beautiful, beautiful clouds and birds and fresh air.
Good morning. We are in the Gladu kitchen today, videotaping my morning routine. It's quite the process, and you can think I'm crazy, but it just gets me through the day. So I'm just giving you a little peek into our life and how I take care of the nutrition side of healing. What I basically do is prepare my breakfast, my lunch, and my supper all in the morning because I get really fatigued later in the day, and also because I'm having memory loss. And then the third reason is because I don't have much of an appetite. So I just get it all done, and then I can set timers to remind myself to get that good nutrition in my body. This is my fruit basket. These are my greens, and this is my grain protein source, so like beans, and my bone broth. Up here are fully made freezer meals, basically 2 portions per bag, and they're stacked like bookends in memory of my friend who long ago we worked together in bulk cooking regular family food, and so I've carried it through all these years. It's been such a help, and it really helps you kind of see what you need and organize it. And I vary it daily. So there's raspberries. I have a teeny bit of tropical fruit that I don't use very often because it's high sugar. Pineapple, blueberries, and mixed berries. So I alternate those, and today I'm going to do raspberries. I do about a 1/4 cup of raspberries, of fruit rather. Here, ginger's wonderful. And then I do something kind of different just to save time. I use my food processor and process up good cancer-fighting vegetables. So this has red cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and I might have put some carrot in there, although I have carrots in here. So I alternate. The veggie cube is what I call it, and I put it in the ice cube trays and freeze it, and then take it apart for great gut health. But this restores the good gut flora, so I use about that much of the sauerkraut, but I use liquid chlorophyll organic, just a little bit. Chlorophyll helps with detoxing heavy metals. The last thing that I do is I have a variation of medicinal teas that I alternate, or a variety rather. So this is yellow Pau d'Arco, and I had some canning things that I never got into, but this is super helpful for this. I save my tea bags. These are cute little jelly jars, but I took a cover of something and cut it out, and I fold this, and I stick it in here. I didn't do that right. Stick it this way, and then I can reuse it again the next day. So I'm going to pour this in here, and it's big enough that I usually can do this. Yeah. So what this does is it defrosts the frozen things, because sometimes eating really, really cold food is a shock to our system. So you're supposed to do this twice a day. Just this Budwig part, I only can manage 1 time a day, and you do what you can. Okay, I blended this up, and as you can see, there's no oil spots, and so it is emulsified. You don't want to get it heated too much. So now you can mix it with other things. So I'm going to take the cover off of this and mix this up. Okay. To be mixed, horribly much, because you do want to chew your food. There's such a thing as chewing smoothies, because digestion begins in the mouth with our salivation. So then I go back and forth, and I mix it, and it's easier to drink, and I do this too because it helps on cleanup, believe you me. Get every last drop because we want to be good stewards of our finances. Flax seeds are great, absolutely great. Even if you just did flax seeds, would be wonderful. And I grind them up in my coffee grinder. And you should consume ground flax seeds within 20 minutes because they go rancid. And you also don't want to have them at high heat because that determines that destroys the properties. I take this wide mouth canning jar thing and I take my toothbrush just designated for this and I scoop it out. Okay, we're back. I wanted to chew and drink and do all that on my own time so that I didn't waste yours. I ate my nuts. They're raw and organic and I soak and dehydrate them. So if anyone knows of any place where you can get good quality nuts at a discount, that would be great. I would love to hear from you. Some of the funding obviously goes toward this organic food. Now we get to do what is my lunch. I have coined a term, which is not easy to say, but I find it fun. It's called a smooblad, and it is a combination of a smoothie, a blended salad, smoothie and a blended salad, and blending your food when you're weak, and it's kind of hard to always get to prepare things from scratch, and your body is fighting so many things. It can put that nutrition right fast into your system. And it saves time. So I put some romaine in there. When I did the vegetable cubes, there's something that South Americans eat called sofrito, but I food process that up and make it into cubes to make it nice and easy. I can have like a quarter of a banana, so because bananas are high in sugar. So I just kind of pop that into my blend tech. I also juice lemons and I put 2 lemon cubes in there. Lemon is a great detoxer and it also helps the greens be more available to our system. Okay, oh you know what, I wanted to include, so we're just going to get a little bit extra greens today. My friend took from her garden Swiss chard. And gave this to me just last night. Our church has been so wonderful to make meals for our family, and she's actually hurting herself, and she sacrificed to make a meal for us. So I wanted to include that today in the video. I kind of use what I have, so this isn't a hard and fast system that I do. I don't stress about having everything just so. I just use what I have. This is buckwheat. This is my grain. So grains give you energy. I alternate protein sources. So I have hemp seed, sunflower seed. I have a little bit of protein powder. So bone broth is also very good for digestion. So I defrosted the bone broth and I put that in my smooblad. Okay, I think I have it all. I wanted to tell you that in the beginning, when our family was pretty excited about this process, they saw how well I was doing and how motivated I was to get well, and I was stronger. When the blend tech went, and since it made noise, we all did the happy dance together. So I am going to turn it on and do the happy dance for you. I don't know what'll come out, we'll see. But this is all done. I put avocado for that good brain fat. And then this is an example of a plate that I would put together if I didn't have a frozen meal. So I've got my cruciferous vegetables, great for cancer-fighting broccoli, some wild rice, some roasted peppers and onions, and refried beans. So there you have it. Okay, this is the last portion of what I do in the morning. I come and you know that some of you, I'm on 3 conventional drugs. And so this is my chemo pill and my my hormone blocker. So it's kind of funny. The instructions say don't touch it because then you have to wash your hands because it could touch things and it's a toxin. So other family members could get it. So I do this so that I don't touch it. And I don't have to wash my hands. I do that, and now I do my supplements. And I'm not going to go through all of what I take. I have this nice box that pops out, and you can carry this with you, to eat it on the run. But there's some for the AM, some for the PM. I've had to compromise some on the juicing. I juiced for many, many years, and it just is too much with stage 4 in our family the way it is. We have 3 teenagers, basically, and we're busy. After that, I might do some bulk cooking things for myself, like soaking and dehydrating nuts, or making and freezing the bone broth, making the sauerkraut, juicing lemons, shredding the cubes, chopping vegetables, or I might make the family meal or a portion of the family meal, or I might fill supplements that you have to do weekly or order the supplements, that kind of thing. So anyway, that's just a little snapshot of my morning, and it has become the new normal. And I hesitated whether I should, record this, but I'm sure I'm not the only one out there who has different dynamics in their personal life, their family life, their support system, and all of that. So I think it could possibly give hope and courage to others like me. I thought of a verse too that goes along with that, 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has taken you except what is common to man. So everyone has gone through something in some way, shape, or form. But God is faithful. And God has been so faithful to me. He is incredibly personal. He has become my all. And spiritually, I am just on top of the world. So God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you are able. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way of escape that you may be able to endure it or bear it. And that's grace. There's been so many lessons for me to learn, and I'm learning them, and I hope that this will be an encouragement to you too. Thank you.